Hi guys, welcome back. I have another skincare reaction video for you today. And this one, actually, I'm going back in time a little bit, trying to catch up on some of the videos that I did not get reactions to because I was on maternity leave. So now I'm catching up. Today, it is Steph Shep. I still get so many requests for this one, so I'm curious to see what it is that she's doing that is freaking you guys out, because that is the only time that I continue to get requests for a video is when you know that she did something wrong. So I'm curious to see what she does. I personally think that Steph Shep is absolutely gorgeous. I think she's got gorgeous skin too from everything I've seen on social media and everything. So I'm excited to see what it is that she does. And as usual, this is a Harper's Bazaar Go to Bed with Me. I'll leave a link below to the original video so you can watch it too.
One time I overdid it because I got really excited and like I shit up. It was like super dry because I did too much. Normally I use, maybe two products. I'm a 2-product girl for my nighttime routine, morning routine. It's very simple. I've dialed down all the products that I use a lot. But today I'm going to show you my extended version with some of my favorite eye creams and different tools that I like to use, and I integrate them into my process.
Just to get started, I love that she's explaining to you that this is not her usual skincare routine. And I also love that she's being honest that she only uses like 2 to 3 products in her usual skincare routine during the morning or during the night. Because I think a lot of the time, I've said this before, I think a lot of the time when people are invited onto Harper's Bazaar to do their skincare routine, they really want to like bring it out for you and show you all the stuff that they do and use. I appreciate that she's saying this is a little bit more elaborate than usual, because I don't want everyone to think that they need to have this kind of elaborate routine just to look beautiful.
So, first things first, I'm gonna put back all this hair. I've slipped into my slip robe because I'm a luxurious bitch. Oops. If I'm really tired, I don't have that much time, just on a regular night, I'll use 2 products, and I just use a simple cleanser and a serum. I don't really know what my skin type is, to be honest. I've literally just over the years learned how my skin reacts in certain weather, in certain circumstances. If it's that time of the month, which it is, I get like little oil bumps right here. So sometimes I like to do an exfoliating mask around that time, which I'll do today because it is that time of the month. But first things first, I'm going to take off my makeup. I like to use the Yes To face wipes. It has salicylic acid in it. You can get these at like Target. I love this brand. They are cruelty-free. This is a compostable natural cloth, and I've been using this for years. This is like my go-to. So I like to use these when I'm on the go, when I'm traveling. They're really easy to bring with me, and especially if I feel like my skin's a little oily, I like to use them for the salicylic acid. But I also love the face halos. And you literally just wet these, they're reusable. You just can get the makeup off in one easy pad, and you just keep them like where you would normally keep your cotton pads, you just keep them in there, so you're not being wasteful. Okay, so
the Yes To salicylic makeup wipes, it makes 0 sense to me to have a makeup wipe in general, you guys know that, but to add a chemical exfoliator like salicylic acid to a makeup wipe seems a little strange to me, because you're supposed to be using the makeup wipe to remove your makeup and not to treat your skin. I know there are cleansers that have the AHAs and the BHAs in them, and I recommend them often, but they're in a different step of my skincare routine. They're not to remove my makeup, these cleansers. You guys know I prefer an oil-based cleanser to get all of my makeup off. You won't get anything off with a makeup wipe. You'll just get, whatever wipes off to start, but the rest of it just gets rubbed around all over your face. But adding that salicylic acid can just make it even more irritating, especially if you're using makeup wipes to remove the makeup around your eyes. I don't put salicylic acid that close to my eyes, and I can't imagine what that would feel like if it's strong. I obviously wouldn't recommend a makeup wipe, and I definitely wouldn't recommend one that has salicylic acid in it. The face halos, I have some face halos. I use them, but I don't really use them on their own. Those types of microfiber cloths in general, I like them, but I like to use them to either remove a cleanser so that it's that added cleansing effect of it, or to even use something like a micellar water. So it's like a more reusable type of like cotton pad instead. I wouldn't use a face halo, even though they're marketed this way, I wouldn't use them on their own. I did a video where I tried to remove all of my makeup by just using that with water, and it doesn't completely clean off your makeup, not without a lot of tugging and a little bit of, you know, trying a little harder than you need to if you just use an oil cleanser. So I don't recommend either of those products to remove your makeup, and I'm not sure if she really actually cleansed her face. I hope she actually goes in with a cleanser now.
Now my makeup is off.
Now her makeup is not off. Steph, your makeup is not off. That's the big issue, and I talk about this all the time. Cleansing is a big part of your skincare routine because everything you put on after this, it's not gonna matter as much because you don't have a clean base, that base to get all of your skincare on. So she doesn't have her makeup off. I wish she did. And everything we're gonna watch from here on, you know, there's always gonna be that underlying factor of her face isn't completely clean.
I'm going to wash my face, and I was using a face wash that was kind of drying me out a little bit, and so I switched it up, and it's really helped my skin, and I really like this cleanser by Sonia Dakar. And also, just don't leave your water running. Like, there's no need, like we're washing our face, like you're washing, why is the water running? It doesn't need to be. So I just, friendly reminder, when you're brushing your teeth and when you're washing your face, just turn the faucet off. Don't waste the water.
I think that's sound advice. I'm glad to see that she went in with an actual cleanser at the very least. And if you are gonna use makeup wipes and I can't pry them out of your hands, then at the very least use an actual cleanser after you have used them to make sure that your face is actually clean and your skin is clean. Sound advice though, to not let your water run. It's something that I have to tell myself too sometimes. And you know, once you make it a habit, it's great. You stop doing it and you realize you don't need to let your water run. I do love that she also has noticed that her skin has gotten better because she switched up her cleanser to something that she feels is a lot more gentle. I'm curious to know what she was using that was drying out her skin, but it's good to be aware of what skincare products are doing to your skin. I think it's actually more important sometimes than looking at the ingredients because we don't always know, you know, as a normal person, you don't know what all the ingredients are there to do in a formula. So at the very least, knowing what products are doing to your skin is a big deal. And I actually encourage you to pay attention. That's why I say to introduce new products slowly, one at a time. So if you do have some kind of an irritation or reaction, you know what it was that caused it. So I love that she noticed that. Looking at the ingredients of this product, because I was curious what makes it a purifying cleanser, there are a lot of oils, so it's nourishing. It does actually have some cleansing oils. There's some coconut oil in there also. I don't love it when it's one of the first ingredients, but that said, I don't think this is a bad one because it's formulated to be in this, so it's probably non-comedogenic. There's some interesting ingredients in this. It seems like it's gentle enough. Her skin is getting a little bit pink from that, but we don't know if that was because she used some salicylic acid wipes and then went in with this cleanser or if she used the face halo. I have no idea, but I'm curious to see how her skin's gonna react as her routine goes on.
Okay, I pat my face dry. I don't know, it just seems right. And then I also have these reusable cotton pads because like we don't need to be wasting cotton. I keep these in the same place that I keep my face halos. And I saw Mariana do this on one of her nighttime routines, so now I do it too. I use the micellar water just to get off any extra makeup that was left. Sometimes I get a little bit of like mascara residue after you've washed your face. Now, all
right, so there we go. We know that she didn't completely wash her face because she had to go in with the micellar water. So truly the way this routine should have gone was, so far, should have gone with micellar water first as the first cleanse and then go in with a cleanser after that to get the rest of it off. You know, I think it really just goes to show that the makeup wipes don't really remove everything. You don't get softened makeup that comes off. And, you know, I appreciate that Steph Shep is starting to think about the environment and what she's doing to that and how she contributes to it. But at the same time, she is still using makeup wipes. So while it's nice that she's using the reusable cotton pads, she's still using the makeup wipes and she doesn't need to if she's going in with micellar water. So that's just something to keep in mind. Micellar water first, then an actual cleanser, and then you don't need any of the other products.
My skin I have like these.
Also a thought is when you use micellar water after you've actually cleansed your face, that means you're leaving a cleanser on your skin. So I tell people to think about their micellar water. Bioderma is actually one of my favorite ones. It really is nice and gentle. In my opinion, it's a little bit harder to take your makeup off with micellar water, but if you prefer to use a micellar water, this one is perfectly fine to use. But you know, when you go in after you've washed your face, you're leaving cleanser on your skin technically. It looked like she just used it to touch up little areas, which is probably not that big a deal, but it's just something to keep in mind. My little arm thing is sticking out. Shit. Was that hanging there the whole fucking time? Can we stop for a second and just check before I go further? Am I good?
Yes.
No,
you have no more wings.
No more wings. Okay, sounds good. Let's do this again.
Little bumps right here for some reason. I don't know what's really happening to me today, but I think it's my period. So I am going to do the Summer Fridays Overtime Mask. I am not a good exfoliator. I always forget to add that in, but I love this mask so much and it's so easy. It smells so bomb. It's pumpkin. It smells like Thanksgiving. I was only gonna do it around Thanksgiving because I'm weird with smells. You know, like how you can't like watch Hocus Pocus until Halloween and you can't like do certain things. So I was like, I'm only gonna use this at Thanksgiving because it smells like fall, but I use it year round because it's just so good. I love using masks. I just think it's so fun and it makes me feel really good. I enjoy a good facial. I found a couple good places in LA that I like, but I've really found that like because there are so many different products at home and I have so many tools of my own that I've invested in, I can kind of get the same experience at home with all of these different things. You just, you know, I watch the videos, I do my research, I learn about it, and I can get the same kind of experience. I mean, obviously it's really nice when someone's rubbing your face, but maybe just you could ask one of your friends to do that for you.
It's funny because now she absolutely has to do everything at home. We all do. It's because, you know, we're in self-quarantine. I actually wouldn't ask my friends to do my skincare treatments for me. It sounds like it would be a fun thing, but it's not just rubbing stuff on your face, you know, or using a tool haphazardly or anything like that. I know what Steph is saying, that she's, you know, there are so many products, and I appreciate that there are so many products you can get at home now, and if you invest in that, you might not have to go see somebody. But I'm telling you guys right now, seeing an esthetician changed my life and changed my skin, and I feel like there are some estheticians out there that will absolutely do so much more for your skin than you could ever do for yourself at home. So I wouldn't discredit the estheticians that you can go see, and also obviously dermatologists that you can go see for stuff too. So just keep that in mind. I do appreciate and get what Steph is saying, but you know, there's only so much that products can do. I always think that products are more for maintenance, right? They're not going to fix your skin per se. So if you can add in those treatments, if you can add in facials with an esthetician, even if it's just once a year to treat yourself, maybe on your birthday or something like that, you will see a difference with your skin. And then as you use your skincare products, the right skincare products, and have your routine in check, you will look the best you have ever looked. So I wouldn't discredit that. As far as the exfoliation goes, you need to exfoliate. I know that exfoliation can get a bad rap because it can be irritating for your skin. It can be too much for your skin if you overdo it, but the right amount of exfoliation for your skin type, for whatever it is that you can handle, that is important in your skincare routine because your skin is turning over. So you're getting dead skin cells on your skin every single day. And as you get older, just like with everything else, when you get older, your skin cells turn over less and less. You need to encourage the sloughing off of those dead skin cells, especially as you get older, because it's not working as well. Your skin's just not doing what it used to do as quickly. And the problem with having the dead skin cells is all of those clogged pores and the pimples and everything that you experience. The bacteria and everything is feeding on the dead skin cells, on top of a lot of other stuff. It's one part of that whole thing is the dead skin cells. Those contribute to the clogging of your pores. You end up with texture, and then you end up having to be a little bit more rough, or you at least feel like you have to be rougher with your skin later on, and then you feel like you have to go in with something stronger. So instead of going that route, if you just have a gentle exfoliating routine and you're more regular with it, then you won't need to use anything that's harsh on your skin. As far as this mask goes, I love Summer Fridays. I think they have beautiful products, and there are definitely some products I absolutely love. This happens to not be one of my favorites though, and that's because I'm not a fan of physical scrubs. I know some people love physical scrubs. This one's pretty gentle. I have tried it before, and so, you know, you might end up liking it, but I tend to not suggest physical scrubs just because they can be a little bit rough on the skin.
My skin's just so soft afterwards. It doesn't feel like that mask like leaves a residue at all. And then I don't really exfoliate more than once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. Again, I just kind of play it by ear and see how my skin is. I feel like if I don't need it, I'm not gonna do it.
Steph, I appreciate that you listen to your skin and you don't do things to it unless it feels like it needs it. Instead, I'd like to see her exfoliate on a regular basis, but she could use something really gentle. PHAs, for instance, are a really gentle chemical exfoliant, and they're really popular right now. So she could just use a PHA toner or something, and if she used it maybe like 2 to 3 times a week, she would keep that texture at bay, and then she wouldn't feel like she has to go in and attack. If you don't know what PHAs are, they're also a chemical exfoliant, but they have a larger molecule than, say, glycolic acid. So they're not gonna penetrate your skin so deeply, so then they're not going to be so irritating.
I'm going to do a little bit of this vitamin C serum by Cora Organics. I'm really trying to expand my knowledge of like organic beauty and clean beauty and what's in all of my products. And I mean, obviously there are some products that we love, and it is what it is, Let's not product shame each other, okay? If you like your product, whatever. But it is really important that we know what is in our products. And I've been working with the EWG on learning as much as I can about all the chemicals and the way that things are made, and the way that fragrance affects us. And so I'm really trying to expand my knowledge of clean beauty. I just put it right here on my cheeks. It's where I get like rosacea, right here. I mean, it's so light, it's not greasy, and it's organic, and it really works. I was not a fan.
All right, there are a lot of things happening here. I get the sense that Steph Shep is trying to keep herself educated and know what it is that she's using in her skincare routine and in her products and everything. I fully appreciate that. And I don't want to product shame anybody either. And actually I have no real notes about the actual Cora Organics product that she's using. I love my vitamin C. That's more of an oil. Organizations like the EWG, I like to take a look sometimes at what it is that they're saying, but I also know that there is a little bit of an agenda at the end of the day when it comes to an organization like that. So that's something to keep in mind. Products that are being put out there on the market, you shouldn't think of them as dangerous. Sure, there are ingredients that can irritate your skin, but that doesn't mean that they are dangerous. I completely understand when people want to know what it is that they're using in their products. I think you should know what you're using in your products. And I think that's one of the best things about clean beauty and the clean beauty movement and everything. But when you say that some ingredients are dangerous, that's actually detrimental to the skincare industry. I think it's rude to the formulators and the chemists that are behind these brands, that are putting these brands together and these products together for you. They're not trying to harm you, and they definitely can't legally harm you. When you think that you can't use something, you might be doing yourself a disservice. You might actually not be using an ingredient or a product that can change your skin. And so that's something to keep in mind. And honestly, if you want to go there and talk about what could be dangerous for you, I would actually be a little bit more wary about organic products. Products that are made in people's kitchens, that's not the safe way to go. Do they have the right preservative system to make sure you're not going to get bacteria that actually harms your skin? But one thing I do want to give credit to Steph Shep about is saying that she just enjoys the product. I appreciate that too. I really do. If you tell me that you're using this product because you just fucking like it, great. Use that product, because sometimes that's why I use products, because I just like them. So use your products if you like them. And looking at the ingredients of this product, it's called an organic product, and so it automatically translates to people thinking that it's safer or better for their skin. And I don't usually bash a product for the ingredients that it has. This does have ingredients like limonene and linalool, and those are known irritants for your skin. So while I encourage you to really look at your ingredients, I want you to understand how ingredients work instead. I want you to understand that something could be a potential irritant, but maybe it won't irritate your skin, and that's fine. But I don't want you to think of things as dangerous.
Of this serum at first, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't put this serum on my face. My face is gonna be so oily. It's Sonia Dakar's Omega Booster. I got used to it, I love it, I can't live without it. My skin drinks it up. This is part of my short 2-step routine, and I just put this on, and it's a great base under your makeup to really blend in your makeup. Smells good. And always go up. I'm very adamant about the up. Gravity does enough. Let's just reverse it a little here. Oh, it just feels so soft on my face, and it literally just absorbs right into my skin. I don't put a moisturizer.
She probably just has normal skin. She did mention that she's got some rosacea. That's an interesting one. Vitamin C, by the way, is totally fine for rosacea. I just encourage you to work with your dermatologist first and find out what types of products you can be using. As far as this product by Sonia Dakar, it's just an oil. It's a blend of lots of different oils. Some of them are really nice and I really love having on my skin, and some of them not as much, but at the same time, you guys know I don't love putting just straight oil on before a moisturizer. I think that you should use a moisturizer even if it's a light one. She is getting some hydration though from her vitamin C serum and then putting that oil on top of it. She's not using it in the wrong way per se, and if her skin can handle that, then that's fine. But she did say that she sometimes only uses this in her routine and not necessarily everything else that she's shown us. So something I would keep in mind is that it's not necessarily moisturizing her skin or hydrating her skin. It's just kind of locking everything in, and she might get some benefits from the omega fatty acids, but I would definitely keep in mind that it's not really a complete skincare routine when you're just putting an oil on your skin. And as far as the going up, yeah, I go up too. I like to go up, but I don't focus too much on that. If anything, what I would say for Steph Shep is to make sure she gets this whole area, because I haven't really seen her going for her neck and her chest. You know, it's one of those things where you can't really reverse what gravity has done to your face. I guess you don't want to encourage it. That's for sure true. You can't reverse it though when you're going up with your skincare products, so that's just something to keep in mind. I would focus more on getting products in this area.
Are on my face. I know that, like, I guess maybe you're supposed to do that. I don't. I do like the La Mer moisturizing cream for my neck and my chest, because we should not forget those areas. Excuse me, let me just. Sometimes I put moisturizer on. Again, it just like depends on how I'm feeling. I just like serums. I'm just like, I could do hyaluronic serums. I just like load on the serums. I'm all about the serums. They're thinner, feels a little more lightweight, and sometimes I feel like too thick of a moisturizer isn't good for my skin. I do like to use the
It's funny to hear her say that she likes the serums and stuff. I really wish we knew what her skin type was. I understand that it can be really hard to identify what your skin type is. You know, there's a lot of different things happening here, and you know, she says that she has a little bit of rosacea, but then there's also, she doesn't like using moisturizers and it can be bad for your skin. You know, a heavy moisturizer isn't for everybody. I do think everybody should have some type of moisturizer to help lock in everything that they're using on their skin. It's interesting to use the La Mer, and P.S., I'm almost done with my itty bitty jar of La Mer that I bought for a different video, and I have to tell you guys, I actually have enjoyed using it. I'm a little bit sad that I'm about to finish it. I really am. But it's interesting to see that she doesn't actually use it on her face. She's using it on her neck and chest area. Right after I told you guys to focus on your neck and chest area. Is she getting the benefits that she needs from a moisturizer? That La Mer cream has more than just moisturizing benefits to it, because it does have that proprietary blend of like the seaweed extract and all that, the marine algae that they talk about. And you are getting benefits from that. That does help your skin. It is good for, you know, hydration, exfoliation, and everything. So there are good ingredients in that, and that probably is great for her neck. You don't have to spend the money to get the benefits of that. There are lots of dupes, and there are definitely lots of different products out there that you can get that will give you very similar benefits, but it's not a bad product, and if she enjoys it, she enjoys it. So it's totally fine that she's using the heavier cream, the La Mer, on her neck and chest. I appreciate that she recognizes that heavier moisturizers don't do well on her face, but that doesn't mean that she can't find a really light, nice gel cream moisturizer or something like that that will work for her skin.
La Mer for my hands, but I also love the Lush products. I normally use them in the shower and in the bath. That's what they're known for, but they have some really good lotions, and all of their containers are 100% recycled plastic. You can return these for a free mask, and these charity pots, for everyone that you buy, they donate to the specific charities. For like this one's for the Grow Ahead Foundation, and it's giving money to small scale like agricultural family businesses. I want to show you guys my little Zapper.
What's funny about watching her talk about Lush products, I'm glad that she uses it for her body, because if you know who Nye, LA Beautyologist on Instagram and Twitter, she actually a while back had a tweet where someone was asking her what she thought about Lush products, and her response was something to the effect of, Lush is great for your body. And it was like this perfect one sentence response that it was like, that is exactly my thoughts on Lush. Save it for your body, save it for the bath.
So this Zapper, I ordered on Amazon because I saw all of my facialists doing it. I'm like, well, why don't I just get one for myself? And when I'm feeling like, if I have a zit, this like kills the bacteria and it kind of like dries it out. Kristen Crawley actually told me, because she has one of these as well, she uses a tissue because it like, I don't know why she said to do it, but I just listened to her because she has Balm skin. So you turn this little guy on, see, ooh, so it's a Zapper, and then you put this here and you tap this down, and it's just like you can feel it zapping it and killing the bacteria and drying it out. And then tomorrow, this will be flat. It's really crazy. But you don't want to do it too much, because one time I overdid it because I got really excited. And like I my shit up. It was like super dry because I did too much. So don't get carried away. I love all the tools, even though I may not use them all the time. I love to play. I love to read about them and learn about all the different technologies and products everyone's using. But I don't know, when I find something that works for me, I just kind of stick with it. And then I do love to...
High frequency is great. Actually, a friend of mine, she's the head esthetician over at Kate Somerville Clinic. Her name is Lucy. She's one of our entire mixed makeup team's favorite estheticians in the world. We love her so much. She swears by high frequency, and I know a lot of other estheticians that absolutely love it. It does work. You can overdo it, just like with anything else, so just keep that in mind. I do think it's an interesting tool to have at home, and it might be something to explore, but I just always caution you guys to be a little careful when you're using at-home tools.
Just, since we're just going for it, I do love a rose mist. I don't know what it does. It feels really nice. Feels like it kind of sets everything in. It's very refreshing. It feels like a really good mist and it gets all over. It's like a wide nozzle or something. Ooh. Luxurious. Then I got the rose.
You guys know my thoughts on that. Toner isn't setting spray, it's not makeup, right? But at the same time, she really looked like she enjoyed it. And you guys know I'm just all about people enjoying themselves lately. You know, there's something to be said about enjoying it and using it in that way, but you're not getting skincare benefits per se when you use it as a setting spray or at the end of your skincare routine. In fact, it might actually draw some water because it's a humectant, truly. Toners like that are humectants at the end of the day, and so they're trying to attract water usually. But man, she seemed like she enjoyed that. She really did. But that's not where you use it. That's not where you use it.
Mist for downtown. This is by Queen V. It's a pH balanced spray. It's rose water and cruelty-free. I really love this line. They have a bunch of different female products that you can use. So, because down there needs care too. Don't forget, ladies. Now, for
Sure. Okay.
my last and final step in the bathroom, my lip balm. This one I got in Iceland from the Blue Lagoon. It's so nice. It's like, once you get this lip balm, you're never gonna want another one. So that's the end of my nighttime routine in here. I have one more step that I like to do, so I'm gonna show you.
You know, whenever someone's like, I love this lip balm and they've got these like nice glossy lips, it makes me want to try it. It definitely does.
Hello. Now, we're gonna get into bed. My favorite Casabella Joms that I wear every night, because I'm a lady. This is my Big Daddy final step in the process of this luxurious journey that I've taken you on tonight. It's my Soluma Pro. This is an LED light panel. There's different colors that do different things. I think it's like a red-blue that helps kill the bacteria in your pores. Now you can put this specific panel on 3 different settings. I'm gonna choose the acne setting. Turn this little girl on. Start. Got my gogs. Normally I put like a Chop Junior or a podcast or something on to fall asleep to. So I stay under this for about 30 minutes. I think it's on a timer. It'll shut off. Your skin doesn't burn, it doesn't get hot. It's just light therapy. Don't be afraid. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm gonna go to bed and hopefully my skin will be glowing tomorrow.
All right, you guys know I love some light therapy. That one is goals. If you guys are asking for at-home LED products that actually work, this might be one. It's also like $1,800, so that's something to keep in mind. But if you can get it, then I would say this might be the one to go for instead of the other ones that you guys have been asking about, like the wands and stuff like that. This is the one where you're gonna probably see some real results. This is one that estheticians and med spas use. So this is definitely a good one, but it is a hefty price tag for it. That said, you know, it's interesting that she kept bringing up acne. She's got like the high frequency. She set the LED lights to the acne setting, the blue light versus, you know, like red light for anti-aging and stuff like that. So it's interesting that she says that because her skin looked really clear to me. So it's funny that she's talking about acne and stuff like that, but I don't really see anything, and I wonder what it is that she's seeing when she's looking at her skin too. It's interesting because we're our own worst critics and we see worse in ourselves sometimes, but she has beautiful skin. If anything, I saw that little bit of redness in her skin, but she says that she has a little bit of rosacea. So I'm sure she has talked to a medical professional about that, but it is definitely interesting that her at-home tools are all geared towards acne. Because she keeps talking about, like acne, even though we don't see any acne on her face right now, and she doesn't like heavy creams and stuff on her face, she prefers the serums, it tells me that maybe she might have more of an oily skin, but with a little bit of sensitivity because she has that rosacea. So, I think really at the end of the day, what you do with your products, the products that you end up liking, because she does seem very aware of how her skin reacts to things, it does tell you a lot about your skin type. So Steph, I'm betting that you've got some oily skin with some sensitivity. So as far as the routine for her, what I would do is I would take her micellar water, I would use either the face halo or her reusable cotton pads, and I would take off the majority of her makeup with your micellar water and then go in with your cleanser after that to get the rest of it off. You don't want to leave the micellar water on your face because it's technically a cleanser too. And then after that, I would actually on a regular basis use maybe more of a gentle exfoliator. PHAs are really, really gentle and they're really popular these days. I would do something like that. I know that she's probably, now that we know that she's got rosacea, she's probably a little worried about irritating that, but I don't think that that would be a bad exfoliator to have in her skincare routine. And if she has it in there regularly, she might not experience that texture that she talks about sometimes. Could she use that Summer Fridays? Now that we know she has rosacea, I wouldn't use a scrub on her face at all. I usually don't recommend a physical scrub, and I now definitely wouldn't recommend one for her specifically, but I do think that she can benefit from a really gentle exfoliation regularly. She then went into the vitamin C serum, and instead of looking for ingredients that are organic or safer for her skin and her health, I would prefer that she looked for ingredients that don't trigger her rosacea. That's something that she should probably get more of a handle on, but she can use a vitamin C serum. That's totally fine, and then going in with a really light gel moisturizer might be the way to go for her, and then she could top it with the Omega Booster if she really wants to. I don't think she needs to, but she might want to. And then, the La Mer on her neck and chest, totally cool. The high frequency, I would only do that when you have actual breakouts that you're trying to keep at bay, then that's the way to pull that out. Again, she said she's just pulling this out for all of you guys to see too. The LED bed though, that's awesome. If she could do that every single day, good for her. But maybe I would use the red light more regularly and only the blue light when she's breaking out. So that was Steph Shep. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I love seeing what she pulled out, and I love that she told us she's kind of going big with this routine for us, but it's not her usual thing, because that's always something good to know. Tell me below in the comments who you want to see me react to next. I'm taking all of the suggestions. I have a lot more time on my hands. No, I don't really. I actually don't. I don't know why I keep saying that, but I don't. I don't really have that much time on my hands because I've got my kids to take care of too. But still tell me, I'm still doing these videos. Find me in our private Facebook group. I'll leave a link in the description box, and I'm on Instagram @SusanYara. Talk to you soon.